Yo, good afternoon. Welcome back to Heavy Metal Devils. Danny here, bringing you more of the latest Manchester United news. And we've got some big news regarding Harry Kane, Rasmus Højlund, and could the Amrabat deal be off now? Anyway, before we just get right into the news, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 600 subscribers. Anyway, let's get on with the news. So, big news this weekend coming out of like ESPN about Harry Kane and his potential departure from Tottenham Hotspur. So, it's been reported now that Joe Lewis, the owner of Tottenham Hotspur, has told Daniel Levy that he does need to sell Harry Kane if Harry Kane is not signing a new contract. We all know that Bayern Munich and Tottenham Hotspur have been in talks for Harry Kane, but no resolution has come from that just far. It's been weeks now of them two talking. And we all know back in around January, Eric Ten Hag and Manchester United had Harry Kane as their number one target. Now, I hate to use this, but when you're right, you're right. For the last few weeks now, I have been saying on my videos that this deal is not dead just yet. Keep an eye on this deal until the end of the window, that something could still happen with Harry Kane. What does this actually mean? I think this means that we will go back in for him. I think we won't actually go for a bid. We will send some feelers out. I think if Harry Kane had a preference, he would choose to stay in the Premier League to get closer to that Alan Shearer goal record. He's, I think, about 40 or so goals away, so probably 2 seasons staying in the Premier League, and he'll hit that goal tally. But what does this mean for Manchester United? I think this could really alter some plans. I do see us still going for a guy like Højlund, but this could scupper any other transfers that might happen down the line, and we'll get to those deals a bit later on. Now, do you think we'll actually sign Harry Kane? I'm actually not too sure. I think the price will have to be anywhere between 80 and 100 million pounds. We can afford it. I'm not really buying this whole financial fair play. We are making outgoings, albeit very small outgoings at the moment, but it is getting people off the wage book. I do believe if we sell the likes of possibly Jadon Sancho, Harry Maguire, Fred is going, possibly as well Scott McTominay, but that could also be on hold if we get a Harry Kane. And a couple others like Dean Henderson could go. We were getting about 15 for Anthony Alonga. So we could raise the money for either a Kane or even a Højlund. Maybe we go for Kane first and use that money that we've raised on Højlund. Who knows? But yeah, loads of reports out of Manchester from the Telegraph, the MEN, all saying that Manchester United are set to revive their interest in Kane. We all know it's been our number one priority this offseason to get a big striker, and they really don't get better than Harry Kane. Maybe Erling Haaland is the exception, but he actually is not as complete as Harry Kane. Doesn't have that build-up play that Harry Kane has. Harry Kane would be an ideal fit for what Manchester United wants to do for the next 3 to 5 years, I would say. I think he still has a good 5 years left in him. I don't think people are saying 2 years max. I think seeing how Lewandowski has performed, Benzema has performed, even guys like Ronaldo and Ibrahimovic, I think he can have a solid 5 more years. His style doesn't really rely on pace and as much physicality. He's just a good striker. 5 years is really good. I think we should get that out of him. He's not that injury prone as well as many people would like to think. The last couple seasons has been really good on the injury side for Harry Kane. But I don't know if I actually see this happening. This is more of a hope. We'll see. Daniel Levy and Spurs have mentioned that they don't want to sell to a Premier League rival, and I think that is all complete bullshit, by the way. They've done loads of transfers with Premier League rivals, albeit Arsenal. Not Arsenal, but Man City. They've sold the likes of players to us as well. So they've done deals within the Premier League. I think it's just all about the correct price. But we could be back in. Let me know. Is Harry Kane the striker we need? I think 100% 100% he is. I think having him and a striker like Rasmus Højlund to back him up is going to make us extremely formidable next season. And speaking of Rasmus Højlund, Fabrizio Romano has come out and said this is a big week for Manchester United and Rasmus Højlund. He has mentioned that we will submit a bid this week. That bid could actually go in today. I believe it's going to be around the 60 million euro mark. So that's like, what, 50 million pounds, 52 million pounds, including some add-ons as well. And I think that could be enough to seal the deal. I don't know if we'll get a here we go this week. It's quite possible by the end of the week we do get a here we go. I know Manchester United do want to accelerate this transfer because apparently PSG are in for Rasmus Højlund as well. But in all honesty, he doesn't really fit the mold of what PSG look for in a striker. But money does talk. They can offer him probably more money and a higher transfer fee. But we all know he does want to come to Manchester United. If you've been noticing anything about Rasmus Højlund, he's been liking a lot of posts from Manchester United fan channels, whether that's the United Stand, even Stretford Paddock. He is fully into Manchester United and wants to be here and play for Erik ten Hag. I don't think he wants to go anywhere else. So that makes the deal a lot smoother and a lot easier for us as well. Now we just got to convince Atalanta of a good price to sell him to us. All this 85 million pounds, 100 million euros. I don't know where a lot of people are actually getting this fee from. That fee only seems to be coming out of the English side, probably to drive interest up, to drive the price up a bit. I'm not sure why, but it's always been reported by Fabrizio Romano, by reports in Italy, that Atalanta have always wanted between 60 and 70 million euros. Hence, we're coming in with around a 60 million euro bid this week with a potential of maybe 7 to 8 million in add-ons as well. That's what's been reported. We'll see if that actually happens. They might, being that it's the first bid, maybe they bid around 40 to 45 million with some add-ons at first. But this deal should get accelerated and happen within the next, I'd say, 10 days or so. Whether it has any effect on Harry Kane, we're not sure. But this next deal could be actually impacted on the Harry Kane transfer if we do wish to go for him. We've been linked to Amrabat now for a few weeks. But this is a deal that is going to be relied upon sales. He's going to cost around 30 to 35 million pounds. I think we can actually get him around the 25 million pound range. But if Kane is back on the cards and we can raise around anywhere between 60 and 70 million pounds in sales, through the likes of Maguire, Sancho, Dean Henderson, etc., why not just go for Harry Kane and just we have Kobe Mainoo at the moment, who's looking very, very good. He could slot in, play a bit of a backup role. I'm not saying he needs to be a starter. We've got Casemiro, we've got Mason Mount, but maybe we could make do and go in for a guy like Harry Kane. Those funds from our sales, from our wages being released from selling players as well, could go into Harry Kane, and that could scupper a move for Amrabat. And to be honest, I'd be all for that. I'd rather go get Harry Kane if he's available and Spurs are willing to sell to us than go get another midfielder. As good as Amrabat is, a striker or even two strikers is probably the biggest priority we have. We can't just have one. As much as we all want Rasmus Højlund, I think we need a more experienced striker alongside him to learn and just get experience from. We all know Harry Kane won't be here for a very long time. So that enables Rasmus Højlund to learn from Harry Kane and become our future striker if he does develop that way. So yeah, I do see a deal for Amrabat not actually happening. It could be something that waits until the last couple weeks of the transfer deadline. I think we'll see, hey, could we get Harry Kane? If we feel like we can get Harry Kane, we'll go all out. But if it comes to the last 2 weeks or so of the transfer window and nothing has moved on Harry Kane, I think we will move our chips onto Amrabat. We know Amrabat wants to come to United. He's very interested in playing with Erik ten Hag once again. That's a big thing. He has played for ten Hag years and years ago. But yeah, I'm not sure that deal would happen if we go and spend between 80 and 100 on Harry Kane. Things are really spicing up now in this striker department. Tell me what you think below about Harry Kane. Do we get Amrabat if Harry Kane and Rasmus Højlund join the club? And also a bit of other news on Amad Diallo. He is fine. His injury is not as bad as he thought it was going to be. He said he was expecting the worst one being carried off on that field the other night against Arsenal, but it does look like he is okay. The injury is very minor, and he will be back on the field, I think, within a few days. Not sure if he'll be in that Real Madrid game, but I would assume a few days after that, he will be back. So all good on the Amad Diallo front. It was a bit worrying because it's a big, big offseason for him. He needs to impress, if not to be in the team, to either be sold to a good team or loaned out to a good team. But yeah, anyway, that's the afternoon news I've got for you. I will be back this evening with some more news. But yes, comment below. Let me know, is this Harry Kane deal going to happen? Do you want Harry Kane? Let me know about Rasmus Højlund. Looks like a bid is going in this week, maybe even today. Could we get a here we go this week? And Amrabat, could that deal be off now if we are going for Harry Kane? Are the funds there for it all? I am not quite sure. Anyway, don't forget to like, share, and the big one, don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you all on the next video. Later.